Hello and welcome. My name is Ian Pelham Turner.
And I'm Helena Chard.
And together we are Celebrate Great Britain news show. Welcome today, and can I first of all thank Wilma Esimarco and the whole team at Sky 585 Love World for their help and participation in helping to broadcast this show. Wilma and the team at Sky 585 Love World love to work with communities and do a tremendous amount of community work as part and parcel of their pastoral concerns across the world. And they have given us the permission to actually put this show on their platform as well. That allows us to have a 1 billion audience across the world. So we are very, very grateful for this. But now, Helena and I, we went to Buckingham Palace the other day.
We did. We were so lucky to be invited to Buckingham Palace, and for lots of people that haven't been there, it's such a lovely experience. I think we had the feeling of complete calm, didn't we, when we went there?
They did, and I have the Buckingham Palace shopping bag.
He does.
With a few goodies as well.
Lots of shopping was done, but really, it's a real walled oasis in central London, and definitely worth a visit when it's open, but obviously that's only when it's open to the public, which will be next year now. But it was absolutely fantastic. I know that Ian, you loved the ice cream the best.
I love the ice cream the best.
I was tempted to try the gin, but they do sell that in the shop. I didn't know that Buckingham Palace has its own gin, and they use all the bits and pieces from the garden to make it, which is fabulous.
Absolutely.
And it's just beautiful. There's horse chestnut avenue. There's plane trees, Queen Victoria and her husband planted. I think one's called Victoria and Albert.
Yes.
Famous lake with the beehives on. It's stunning.
And there's this wonderful place where you can buy gifts. So it is the perfect scene for tourists coming into London to really enjoy what we would describe as a village green, but a huge one at that at the same time. And who knows, the Queen might be there as well.
Yeah, I mean, she's there sometimes. She's going to be on her way, isn't she? And also to say that the Royal Collection Trust is the charity that obviously anything that's bought in the shops, that's where the money goes. And it's to, help with exhibitions, publications, educational material, and obviously conservation of the Royal Trust collection. So it's good.
It is great. So that's enough about Buckingham Palace for a minute. We'll be talking more about Buckingham Palace in our second show.
We have some fabulous guests today.
We do indeed. And we now have our Welsh correspondent, our wonderful friend, Victoria George Veal. Welcome, Victoria.
Welcome.
Thank you so much, Ian and Helena. It's lovely to be back. How are you all?
We're good, but even better that you joined us.
Absolutely. So, first of all, what are the values for Welsh tourism?
Well, in Wales, tourism is really, really important. It's a massive part of the Welsh economy, and we have tourists who spend around, I think it's £8 million a day in Wales alone. And that adds up to about £3 billion a year spent on tourism in Wales. So it's a massive part of our Welsh economy. And also we have about 100,000 people who are employed within the tourist industry here. So it's a massive, massive part of our livelihood here in Wales.
Victoria, Wales is absolutely stunning. I know, I love it and always long to be in Wales. It's beautiful. But what do you like about West Wales?
Well, I love the whole of Wales, but I do love West Wales in particular, just because it's so natural and it's so rural, and there are so many wonderful places to visit. And I do have really fond memories of staying in Pembrokeshire, which is a county in West Wales, for summer holidays and things like that, because my mother's side are all from Pembrokeshire, so we used to go to Pembrokeshire a lot. And I actually lived in Pembrokeshire for a couple of months when I was a teenager, and we all ended up going to school down there, and we had the proper rural lifestyle. So I ended up doing really important high school exams there as well. And it was actually the same high school that my mum went to when she was a child, so that's really exciting. But I just have really wonderful memories, childhood memories down West Wales, and there are so many wonderful castles. There are over 50 beaches there, so you could spend a lifetime just walking around the beaches alone, really. It's so naturally beautiful.
And would you say, Victoria, that tourism is available all year round? Are there attractions all year round in Wales that people from right across the world will enjoy?
Oh yes, definitely. I mean, there are certain attractions that will be closed because it's a seasonal attraction, and obviously if you want to go to the coastal areas and the beaches and see it in all its glory and the sunshine and the heat, it's better to come in the summertime or even the spring, because we do have quite hot springs here sometimes. However, there are tourist attractions open all year round, and it's fantastic because you can go to see the Penderyn distillery, the whiskey distillery, which is in the Brecon Beacons. I know Helena knows that area of Wales well. And there are loads of different places that you can go to visit, and it's really quite interesting in Wales because in the winter time, it's very sort of rugged and dramatic and atmospheric. So even though it might be grey and raining, it's still really atmospheric and interesting to visit. So there are so many things that you can go to do. There are underground sort of caves and things in Snowdonia that you can do, lots of kayaking and whitewater rafting, lots of sports activities, and the mountains you can trek as well. So there's lots of places for hiking. And again, you have the whiskey distillery, which is really quite fun. And you also have things like the Big Pit. So you can go down into the mines and you can see how the miners used to work. And I remember when I went to the Big Pit, first I was quite scared actually, because I was quite young and it was very dark and very down, far deep under the ground, and very cold, but it was very educational, and it just kind of gives you a window and insight into how Welsh people lived years ago.
Victoria, we're just seeing some of your imagery now. And again, unfortunately, time has caught up with us this afternoon. You are the most tremendous ambassador for Wales and Welsh tourism. Congratulations with getting your new job in pantomime this year. I know you're tremendously excited about that. And we will see you again on another Celebrate Great Britain news show. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, Victoria. Fabulous video.
Thank you so much.
That was so good. It's always so lovely speaking to Victoria, and what a wonderful video she shot in West Wales.
Absolutely. And I know because your mother comes from Wales, so you have Welsh heritage.
I do have Welsh heritage, and I think it's
as well.
Beautiful. And I must go to Wales very soon.
So must I again. I've got friends down there at the same time. But now we've got another fabulous guest.
Great.
We have Himanshu Jain.
From Rotary International, talking about a community project.
Welcome, Himanshu.
Thank you for having me here.
Now, I know that Rotary International does a lot of very good work across the world. It especially focuses on people like yourself, focus on community projects as well. So just give us a quick insight into what are the values of Rotary International.
Well, so Rotary International is an association of people who want to do good in the community, both locally and globally. We have about 1.2 million Rotarians across the globe. They are distributed in 34,000 Rotary clubs. So people in an area come together, meet weekly or fortnightly, talk about the projects that they want to do, enjoy some fellowship along the way, and generally do projects on the topics that they are passionate about. In London, we have 60 Rotary clubs, about 1,400 Rotarians, all very passionate about local issues and global issues. One of the trademark project that Rotary has is polio eradication. The global polio eradication program has been going on since 35 years. And when Rotary started it, we had about 1,000 cases of polio a day. And today, this year, we've had less than 10 cases. And there are only 2 countries which are endemic at the moment, which are Afghanistan and Pakistan, and we know the reasons why. So yeah, that's about
great.
Rotary.
I know that there's a hotel, a very good hotel on the Docklands called the Good Hotel. It'd be really interesting to know why they were chosen for an award.
So Rotary Club of Stratford, which is my club, we organize an annual event which recognizes the good work done by other community groups and individuals in that area. And last year, during the pandemic, we did it again. And Good Hotel was chosen one among the 9 winners of the awards. They were chosen for the category which is corporate social responsibility, business community partnership. It's a very interesting business, Good Hotel. It is, as you said, on the Docklands. It's a boat which is parked there. It used to be a prison all those years ago, but now it is a luxury hotel. So if you ever wanted to spend a night in a prison, that's the way to go. But what they do is it's a business for social good. Everything that they earn in terms of profit, they invest back into the community, and they do a number of little projects. But the one that caught our eyes was them training young people to become hospitality professionals. So from chefs to hosts and to office workers, and that we felt was really powerful. Now, here is a business who's investing in the community back by training young people to get a very good start in their careers. So, and again, I mean, we had 21 different judges on the awards. And all of them felt that this is a worthwhile project, and it's very unique for a business to do so. That's the reason why they were chosen.
That sounds fabulous, really, really good. Do you hope to have another award ceremony anytime soon?
Yes, we do. In fact, our next award ceremony is in November, November 25th. Currently, the applications and nominations are open. So if you know people out there who should be celebrated, please encourage them to apply for the awards. It is going to be a physical ceremony. We are hoping that things will remain normal and we will be able to celebrate great work being done in East London with the people on the night.
Manshu, thank you so much, because I know Rotary International, I know yourself, does such great work in the community, and you're very well respected as well. So thank you so much for your time this afternoon.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
And we hope in a minute we're going to have another great professional on who works with community as well. And that is Councillor Peter Chard. Okay, and can we now introduce our fabulous next guest, Councillor Peter Chard from Barkin and Dagenham. Welcome, sir.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Now, I know that Barkin and Dagenham at one time was considered one of the most deprived areas of Britain, but through business acumen, people like yourself, and community spirit as well, you've really brought Barkin and Dagenham up. Just tell us a little bit about the history and how you help people, especially the Labour Party, help to have got Barkin and Dagenham where it is today.
Well, firstly, let me say congratulations on the birth of this show, Celebrate Great Britain. And we're celebrating Barkin and Dagenham here today. Barkin and Dagenham was an industrial town. It was built by Ford's Motor Company, employed over 50,000 people. Unfortunately, Falls are now moved. They moved to Germany. So we're left with huge amounts of land. Investors want to come in and build on that land. So we have nearly 7,000 new homes going into that land, with a hospital, with 2 schools, a primary and a secondary school, and lots of other retail outlets going into that land. So we are rich in land, but not in money. So that's why the investment's coming into Barkin and Dagenham. It's going to be a fabulous place in the next 5 to 10 years.
That's brilliant. So we know that Prince Harry has supported Youth Zone. Now, that's a project. And so what's the value of Youth Zone to young people?
Well, we was lucky in 2018, Prince Harry came to open the Youth Zone. The Youth Zone is all about young people. So we was the first in London to have the Youth Zone. So from that, it's lots more have followed our footsteps. The Youth Zone is all about young people having some kind of a goal. We want them to be able to aspire to the next level. So we have qualified boxers that come. We've got a full-size gym. Ian has visited. We've got artists that work from there, and all of this is for £5 a year to join and 50p for every session they attend, which is, is no money in today's world. And young people take away some real life skills, so they can join from the age of 7 and stay to the age of 18. And if they've got a disability, they can stay to 25. So it's a real winner for young people. It's not about making money, it's about reaching their aspirations and moving forward.
Oh, that sounds fantastic, doesn't it?
I
want to join. I'm a bit too old. I also know that hundreds of millions has been spent on the development of the film studios. Can you tell us a bit about that?
Yeah, as another company that's decamped and gone to Man Bakers, has gone to Germany, acres and acres of land is left empty. Hackman, Capital Gold have moved in. They are known as America. They made Sex and the City in America, and so a huge company. £400 million have invested in the film studios. They put £1 million aside to help young people, to give young people the opportunity to learn how the industry works. And off the back of that, they're also going to open another film studio in Barkin, in a disused warehouse. They're going to have a very small stage set up, but another great opportunity for young people to get involved in developing their skills in whether it's lighting, filming, interviewing, like you two fabulous interviewers. The world's their oyster. It's going to be great in Barkin and Dagenham in the next, again, 3 to 5 years.
Wow.
Peter, thank you for all this, because I know how much community spirit there is in Barkin and Dagenham. Yeah. Some very famous people have come out of Barkin and Dagenham as well. And I think it has that spirit, it has that culture, it has that heritage, and it has people like yourself able to actually create the new Barkin and Dagenham and turn this into probably one of the most fabulous cities that there are in Britain.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you. Okay, and now finally we have the Mayor of Houghton, Regis in Bedfordshire, Claire Coppelston. And what can I say about this lady, apart from the fact that she's fantastic? She's a mayor, she's got her youth council with her as well this afternoon. Welcome to our new show, Celebrate Great Britain, Claire Coppelston and the Youth Council.
Thank you so much for having us today. We are most delighted and it's such a pleasure. So hello Ian and Helena, thank you for having us.
Okay, so can you just tell us briefly what it's like to be Mayor of Houghton Regis, and also what is the values and how was the Youth Council constructed?
So it's an absolute honour to be the Mayor of Houghton Regis. I think anybody that takes on the role of Mayor in their town it's an absolute privilege. I'm thoroughly enjoying my time and I'm trying to be as proactive as I can. And we are very fortunate to have our fabulous Youth Council who I have been joined by today. So if I just let them introduce themselves. Do you want to...
Hi, I'm Jamie.
I'm Kai.
And I'm Lucy.
Hello.
That's great. Hi, everybody. What are your ideas for the future? We're intrigued.
So I'm going to go over to Kai, because Kai is actually one of our longest youth council members. So Kai, would you like to answer that?
Yeah, so within the Youth Council, we run a lot of the community events in Houghton Regis. So we're very interactive with the community and everything. We're currently putting together a nice little Halloween event for the town, the first ever one we've done, and we've been planning that for quite a while now, about 2 years. And as a youth council, we've been told that we are actually inspiring a lot of other towns to have their own youth council. So I think it's such a great thing that we're kind of inspiring a new kind of thing for the youth of Great Britain.
Sounds great. And the ladies, what do you hope to do?
Yeah.
I hope to make a positive impact in our community, making it better for the young people and having something to do when instead of school and study.
Oh, that's lovely. And do you want to say something?
Yeah, I think it's just great that we're inspiring other towns to do the same thing. So I think it's really great to have a place for young people to go and explore their creative side.
Mm-hmm.
And Claire, can I just ask you finally, how important is it for a council and a mayor and a borough to have this youth council as well? How important is it to actually support the values that they wish to support at the same time?
I think it's absolutely paramount to our strategy as a council going forward. You know, as mayor as well, I think it's part of my role to hopefully inspire and empower our younger generations to, have more involvement in their local councils and taking part in local communities. And it's really important. Our youth council is absolutely phenomenal, and they actively get involved with many projects and meetings and discussions that are vital for our town to move forward, and their voice is absolutely important and their views are important. So it's really just a great thing for a council to be able to adapt and encourage other young people in their towns to get involved with. I think that we're very fortunate. I think our youth council is the best, and I'm really proud of them.
Claire, thank you so much, and I'm sure Helena feels the same.
Thank you so much for joining us, everybody. It's really inspiring hearing what you're doing and achieving.
And another amazing community project as well. So well done, Houghton Regis, well done, Youth Council, and well done, the Mayor, Claire Coppelston. Thank you so much for being on our new show this afternoon.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Bye. Well, I think that was a great first show today. I think, there's been a lot of interesting things.
Really good stories.
We are especially focusing on communities and community projects, but we're also trying to promote tourism and show businesses as well.
Absolutely.
So what is your final thought for today?
Oh, my final thought is it's lovely being able to speak with people of different ages and just to see how everyone contributes and gets on. It's that little ripple effect, isn't it? With everyone doing good, it creates harmony, and it's all for the best. It's all for the good, and if you think about every person doing that, we would be in such a great world.
Can we thank everybody involved this afternoon? Can we thank Lissy, our studio editor as well, for all the good things that he is doing? Can we again thank 585 Sky 585 Love World and Wilma Esimarco for all the help that she is giving and the channel is giving and the church is giving to actually promote this message right across the world. And we will see you again soon. Take care. Have a great one. Bye for now.